The Old Sports Club is trying to get enough people to charter a bus. Sign-up sheet is underneath the stadium by the store.
A couple of those guys, Richard Dew is the lone returning starter for the Panthers on the offensive line, but he's been injured quite a bit this season, and he will from my notes earlier anyway, when I talked to the coach, he was probable starter, so he may not be starting this evening, and we'll find out when they run out on the field as usual. You know, the coach on Thursday, when you talk to them, they have the starting lineup, but then again, it changes by Friday evening. So anyway, not too sure on Richard Dew. Also returning one of the leaders on offense and defense is Matt Taylor. And, Matt is considered one of the hardest hitters on the Falls Valley Panther squad. Of course, Matt had a little trouble, didn't get to go over to Marlow and work out with them over there at the scrimmage, but he's supposed to be on go for this evening. Now, the Falls Valley Panthers, as you know, last season were 2-8, and one of the impressive things about this preseason in the Daily Oklahoman, they list the state coaches poll. Well, the Falls Valley Panthers received 17 points in that poll. Now, normally, you have a 2-8 season, and the next season, nobody recognizes you, and certainly not 17 points worth in a preseason poll. So that says something about the fact that Cliff Peters is back this year, and he's stronger than ever, mentally, physically. I think Cliff is going to be a major player this year in football, not just in Falls Valley football, but a major player in Class 4A this year for Cliff Peters. And I'm not the only one, as Cliff did make the preseason blue chip list this year. Of course, Cliff, a 6'2", 215-pound running back for the Falls Valley Panthers. He comes into this season. He's healthy. He is a mule. I saw him running over there at Marlow, and they say he didn't do as well at Marlow as he even did in the earlier scrimmage, but tonight, here we are, Mike Laird along with David Taylor, and also Travis Muse alongside tonight, and we're going to be bringing you this broadcast here. Finally got a few of the bugs worked out, and of course it's our first game too tonight, so there may be a few little mistakes. Heaven knows I don't make them very often, but there may be just a couple tonight. We're going to be out there tonight. And back deep for the Falls Valley Panthers, we've got number 22. That's Rocky Harper, 5'5", 155-pound junior. Also back there tonight is going to be number 82. That's Jeff Ellis. He plays split end and also strong safety. He's 5'10", 165 pounds. He's a senior, and he'll be getting the ball off the foot of Ryan Ben. And here we go. It's up in the air. Back deep it goes. It'll go to Ellis. Ellis takes it at the 10-yard line, up to the 20 now, to cross to about the 24-yard line before he's stopped there by a host of the mad-looking Bombers. The Frederick Bombers doing a good job covering on that play. Yeah, Rick in the huddle this time for the Falls Valley Panthers, coming to the line, of course, their number one quarterback, Cliff Sager, underneath center, and in the backfield, of course, it's Cliff Peters, also back there with Cliff. As we get away from the play quickly here, going to be about 3 yards that time. Looks like about 3 yards that time for Cliff Sager. Did Cliff carry the ball that time?
Yes, it did. It looked like a quarterback sneak just right off the bat. I'll go over the offensive line here real quick and guard Jason Townsend and tackle Eric Tipsy.
They come up to the line, second down, about 6 yards to go. Underneath center, once again, Cliff Sager in the split backfield. This time they're going to hand it off to the Matt Taylor, the fullback, and he's going to be swarmed at about the line of scrimmage outside on the right side. That time, not much room for Matt to get going there. Good job that time, once again, Whittle on the, Whitworth, that is, on the tackle, and doing a good job there for the Bombers. And they break the huddle, second down and about 9 yards, so they lost a few yards that time, so second down. Coming up here, Sager underneath center. Once again, split backs in the backfield. Peters, and also back there, the fullback, and that is going to be, good hit across the middle as Sager's back up. back to pass, and he throws it across the middle. Been a first down. Had it been caught, but a great defensive play keeps Craig Enzi from getting it. And
it looked like it was an interception. It was tipped high in the air, and it allowed the defensive guy to come up underneath and get it. It looked like number 21, Ishman Kevin, that got the interception there out of the dirt.
Or Kevin Ishman.
Kevin Ishman, excuse me.
However you want to say it. He did. I didn't think he had the ball. It looked like it bounced on the ground that time.
Well, he must have just scooped it up just enough so the referee
at about the 46-yard line, let's call it. And they'll have first and 10. Good field position for the Frederick Bombers to start out. Underneath center going to be Jay McCullough. He's back to throw. He has an open man out at about the 10-yard mark on the right side. Looks like it may be close to a first down.
I tell you, that was a big play for the tight end, number 85, Clifford
Ballard there for the Frederick Bombers. For the Bombers from Frederick. Ball is resting at about the 37-yard line. Snap, and now it's good across the 35, and going to be a first down in there for the running back from the Bombers. And that is Chad Floyd. He's a 5'8", 145-pound senior running back. Picks up his first across the 35-yard line. About the 34 where the ball rests. Up underneath once again is going to be Jay McCullough. Split backs again in the backfield, and they're going to hand to the first man through. That's Ryan Ben. He's on the right side. He's across the 20 and down to the 15. He's going to score on the right side. Ryan Ben untouched into the end zone, and the Frederick Bombers score from the 34-yard line. Ryan Ben, and we'll be back right after this on 98 FM KGOK. 6-0.
Hi, I'm Old Sammy.
Bombers. Chad Floyd was back with the kick after that. It makes it 7-0, and we'll have the ensuing kickoff right after this on 98 FM KGOK. Welcome back to Wacker Park out here tonight, Thompson Field, and we just had the kickoff and a 10-yard return that time by NC. Cliff Peters just got to making about a 3-yard run on the first play from scrimmage. It's second down and about 7 yards to go. Cliff Sager up underneath center, hands off to Peters, first man through, a couple of yards he's going to get, and that's all. Meets a hard ball there by the Bombers, and that is going to be the entire front line from the Frederick Bombers, and in there on the first hit is Carlos Baker, 6'5", 250, and that'll certainly put a stop on anybody.
You know, I really don't want 205, so we're a little bit outmanned, but we can out-hustle them because I believe our guys are real strong in that area.
Got the Beefaloes out there, and let's see here. We're going to have a flag on the play as the split end is going to line up off of the football, and a little anxious there. Greg Peace out in the wide out position. He's going to line up across the football, so the flag is going to be thrown, and it's going to be 5-yard penalty against the Pauls Valley Panthers, offsides against the Panthers. That'll back them up 5.
Mental mistakes taken care of before they come out onto the field.
Third down 9 now as Cliff Sager comes up underneath center. Wideouts once again to the left, triples, and in motion coming this way is going to be Matt Taylor. And Peters handed off to the left side. He has a little bit of trouble, pops outside. He's going to pick up a few yards, not nearly enough. And he's going to go out of bounds over there at the Frederick Bomber bench.
I tell you, it looked like Taylor threw a pretty good block on the defensive end there to allow Peters to get to the outside.
He hit the quarterback, defensive back, kicker, punter. He does just about anything you want. All-around guy, Ryan Pratt. He's a sophomore, back to punt. For the snap, we've got the long snapper out there, Craig Yancey, in the ball game to snap the football. Back deep for the low snap there, rolls back there, but good job that time by Pratt as he gets it up and gets it away. And it looks like it's going to go off of one of the Frederick Bombers. Number 87 almost loses it there.
But we do have laundry on the field.
And there's a lot of flags out there, so everybody saw something.
Well, it looked like that the defensive team didn't allow enough cushion to allow him to field the punt before he got any yardage off of it. So I think he was hit before the punt actually came down. We'll see what the call is just momentarily.
It looks like it's going to be against the Panthers. It's a 27-yard punt for Ryan Pratt. Thank you very much, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Stats is what we'll call him, David Taylor on the stat sheet. And let's see here. It is going to be marked off against the Panthers. Looks like it's a 5-yard penalty. That's all it's going to be.
Now I think they're going to call this one a 10-yard personal foul. I believe what they're going to call this one.
The official signaled it while I was looking at David, huh?
I believe that's what the preliminary indication was.
Well, now what are they doing?
I tell you, they
he keeps on walking north. We're going to have to get out of bus. There, he stopped it. Have they tipped the football yet? I don't see the.
I don't believe they have. They still haven't gotten a true indication from the head referee out there either.
So that takes away that. Well, it gives him the 27-yard punt, but boy, howdy, when you mark off another 15 off of that.
Like 15 yards what they gave him. So
they did hit him before he got a chance, and that's what they're going to call. They're going to call interference on the offense for catching the ball of the yard line now. The Frederick Bombers take over 1st and 10, 48-yard line. That was Kevin Isham, number 21 back there, that got hit before the ball. It's going to be a quarterback sneak right off the bat. There he goes, and Jay McCullough is going to pick up a few yards on that. Good job by the offensive line for the Frederick Bombers as they just make the yardage for him that time. Easy yardage for Jay McCullough, number 14.
It's about 5 yards on the play.
2nd down, 5 now. Jay McCullough brings the team back up the Frederick Bombers full backfield once again, and he will drop back. Looks to pass out in the flats, and he's got his man, and it's Donald Lax. It's going to be in and out of Donald's hands. That's going to be one of the easiest passes that he doesn't get this year because it hit him right in the hands. And back it up, it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the...
But they still could not get a hand on the ball.
They break the huddle once again. It's going to be Jay McCullough, and way outside here is going to be Greg Hilburn, way out to the left. Pitch back to Ryan Ben. He's going across the right side this time. He's going to pick up about 4 yards, but he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by the Pauls Valley Panthers. In their first is going to be Cliff Peters making a big dent, and he's 6'2", 225-pound senior. Good job that time. Peters from his linebacker position doing a good job.
Defensive line also to jam up the holes and allow Peters to come up and make the play.
Now Ryan Ben, he does it all. He kind of does it all for the Frederick Bombers. He's back to punt. Back deep to receive is going to be Jeff Ellis for the Pauls Valley Panthers. The snap is up, it's good, and the kick is away. It rolls across the 20, and Ellis is going to get it about the 10-yard line. Oh, he's going to be hit hard right there. Brought down about the 11-yard line, and doing the bad job there for the Bombers is going to be number 86. And that's Jeremy Webb in there. That was a 34-yard punt. Thank you very much. Ryan Ben, 10 Pauls Valley Panthers at the 11-yard line, and they're in a little bit of a hole, but they're going to break the huddle and come try it anyway. Cliff Sager underneath, split backfield. Peters, Matt Taylor in the backfield. First man through this time is going to get the ball. That's not Matt Taylor. That's going to be number 49, and that is Casey Peace in there. 6 foot, 180-pound senior, usually plays linebacker, getting a little action there. And that's going to be Chance Lloyd on the stop there for the I'm going to let you talk here every now and then, Travis.
Okay, no problem.
Sager underneath center once again. Split backfield and wide out to the left is going to be number 41. And that, of course, is Greg Peace. He was in the game just a little earlier. Comes out there once again, runs plays in and out. First handoff through that time. No, he's going to turn up and keep it himself. It's going to be Sager. And going to get a little bit of yardage there for Cliff, but boy, it's tough yardage up the middle.
They were doing a dive option on that play and clipped short of where he ended up.
Wide out to the left, Ryan Pryor. Sager underneath center. This time split backfield. In the backfield again, we've got Peace, and also back there is Cliff Peters. He's going to get the call on the right side. Oh, he fumbles the football. It's on the ground. It looks like the Bombers may have it. They're celebrating anyway, and they do this. Signal from the official. They're going to have the football at the 15, around the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bombers.
I tell you, that was an unfortunate play for Pauls Valley because Craig Ellis had just done an outstanding, looks like,
First and 10 at the 15-yard line, or about the 16-yard line, I guess, as they spot it. Now underneath Jay McCullough. He takes the pitch. He pitches back to Ryan Ben. Ben's up on the right side, kicks outside. He's going to cross the 10 at the 5. He's going to score on the right side. Ryan Ben scores for the Frederick Bombers with 2:59 left to go. 2:58 left to go. First quarter, the Bombers score again, and the same runner who scored a 34-yard touchdown just a little bit ago puts them up 13-0. We'll be back with the extra point right after this on your Garvin County sports leader, Panther football on 98 FM, KGOK.
We're the
At 13-0, with 2:58 left to go in the first quarter, the Frederick Bombers lead it 13-0. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this on 98 FM, KGOK. The kick is up and good from Ryan Ben's foot. It goes into the hands of Jeff Ellis. Jeff Ellis breaks it on the right side. He's across the 45 to the 47-yard line and out of bounds on the Pauls Valley side. Good job that time, Ellis breaking through the line and getting out there to the outside on the kickoff return. So that gives Pauls Valley their best field position yet at the first anyway, 1st and 10 at the
last man off.
35-yard kickoff return from the lips of David Taylor to you. That time by Ellis. Sager hands off to Peters in the backfield. He goes across the midfield stripe, but he gets bumped right there. He gets up talking, so he's all right. Good hit that time by number 21, and that's going to be Kevin Isham. Kevin Isham, a good football player. I'm telling you, he's all over the football field. So the Pauls Valley Panthers will have it. 2nd down, and about...
Peters broke a couple of good tackles, but I don't think he was ready for Kevin Isham to come in and hit him quite like that.
That was a good hit. One man in the backfield. Sager underneath center. It's Peters back there deep, about 5 yards deep. He's going to give it to Ellis across the left side that time. And, excuse me, that's Craig Ency. That's Craig Ency. I'll give it to you, Craig. Craig Ency going to pick up a few yards, but a little short of the needed yardage, a couple of yards short. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 2 yards to go for the Pauls Valley Panthers. The ball is resting on the 45-yard line. Panthers really need to turn this one over. This is a 3rd down conversion that they could certainly use in their march. They need to get down on that end of the field for a little bit.
That play looked like a trap play that they were trying to run to the left side. They looked like they had an open room there to run.
Sager takes the snap to Peters, right side. Has a little room, stiff arm. He's across the 40 down to the 36-yard line before he goes out of bounds on the right side. Good job that time, Cliff Peters. Cliff Peters actually grew up on that play right there. He put his hand out in the face and got around the end. 1st down, 1st and 10 for the Pauls Valley Panthers at about the 35-yard line. 36 they're going to mark it. The officials are always...
I tell you, I don't know if they'll be able to keep up if he can just get his momentum going.
Ellis out wide to the right. Sager underneath. This time they're going to hand it off to the 2nd man through. Another little cross, but Casey Peace is going to pick up a few yards right up the middle that time. I believe that was another one of those trap plays you were talking about.
Yes, I believe so. They're trying to run that one to the right side this time. They've noticed the nose guard, who is Carlos Baker, the one that we have been talking about all evening. He was lined up a little bit on the left side of the offensive line, and so they thought they'd run it to the right, 4 yards on that play.
2nd down and 7. Give Peace a 3-yard jaunt on that one. Did you, Dave? Yeah, Dave's got this down. This time, option quarterback out to the left, and Sager will take it around the end. He'll keep it, pays for it there a little bit on the end as he takes it right up to Mr. Carlos that time. And, of course, that's Carlos Baker, and Mr. Sager and Mr. Baker run head into each other right there.
I tell you, there's a little bit of a weight difference there. I'd say probably at least 80 pounds difference.
I think Cliff handled it well.
Yes,
he's under center once again. He's going to hand off this time to the first man through, and that's going to be Rocky Harper on the carry, and he's going to be close to the first down. We may get a measurement here. Let's see where they get him up.
I tell you, it looks like it's less than a foot from the first down marker, but I don't think they're going to call for a measurement on this one.
Good job that time by Stone on the defensive end of the ball. He makes the season. We're going to go for it here. The Falls Valley Panthers come to the line, and now we're going to end the quarter. We end the first quarter, 13 at the 25-yard line, and we'll change into the field, and we'll be back with the second. And they're going to go for it. Cliff Sager takes the snap, and he looks to me like he got it. He crossed the 25-yard line, and to do that, he'd have to get well in his hand.
I think he got it. Yes, they are calling it first down. It was just a center keep right over the middle, over the left side of the center, and Sager did plunge forward enough to get the first down, and the referees fortunately saw it, and so they get a yard line for the Falls Valley Panthers. They're going to be knocking on the door here before too long. Sager underneath center, split back this time, wide out to the right. Sager is going to hand to Matt Taylor. Matt Taylor off the right side. He's going to pick up a couple of yards maybe, and he's pushed back pretty hard there by the defensive line of the Frederick Bombers. Sees that because he tries to get as many people as he can.
Sager underneath, second down 9, only 1 yard pickup there on that last play by Matt Taylor. Sager underneath center. Oh, bad ball, loose snap there.
I think he got it.
Hard to handle on it. It looks like Sager may.
I think Sager got it.
Sager may handle the football. He does. It's going to back it up just a little bit to the 25.
I tell you, sometimes that's hard to tell what really caused these steps back, or, you know, it's just hard to really tell what causes the fumble like that. Sager under center. We got Sager dropping back to pass. He's rushed. He's flushed up the middle. Sager out to the left side. He's running. He's got Will Hunt. He's into the end zone. He is tackled at the 1 yard line. This is just incredible. Sager was rushed out of the pocket. Nobody was open. He takes it down to the 1 yard line. I prematurely called a touchdown. It looked like it from here, but they're saying he was down on the 1 yard line. That was just an incredible run by Cliff Sager, the junior quarterback.
Castono has stopped that time for the Frederick Bombers. First down, goal to go at the 1 yard line for the Falls Valley Panthers.
Looks like they're coming out in just a pro-I formation.
This right out to the left, and Sager underneath center. Two backs in the backfield. Peters at the tailback position. Matt Taylor over there. Peters, second man through, is going to get the call, but it's going to go a little bit short. No call from the official yet. Anyway, and the official on the line over there is calling it. It's going to be second down and goal now, just inches away from the goal line, as Peters has stopped just a little bit short from the Frederick Bombers. 9:54 left to go, first half, 13-0. The Frederick Bombers lead it, but the Falls Valley Panthers are knocking on the door.
I tell you, this is what Falls Valley needs at this point. They really need to get the momentum back on their side. If they can just punch it into the end zone in these next couple of plays, I believe it'll just turn this team around.
Cliff Sager underneath center this time, once again, wide out to the right this time, wide out to the left. They're going to fake this time to the second back through, and Sager is going to be brought down hard. This time he's going to be sacked by number 77. That's Daniel Lax for the Frederick Bombers, and that is going to back him up to about the 7 yard line. Third down and goal to go now at the 7.
Unfortunately, Sager just could not escape that last defender. I think he had clear room going into the end zone on the little sweep around, but he just could not get hold of or get away from the grasp of one of the defenders. He got him by the jersey and just flung him down.
Sager underneath center once again now for the Falls Valley Panthers. Lone back in the backfield this time. Peters, we may look to see a pass here. Third down and goal to go at the 7. Motion Matt Taylor into the line. Back to pass. Cliff Sager, he rolls out to the right. He's being chased. Throws it up into the end zone, and it is either knocked away or caught by the Frederick Bombers.
I believe it is caught out of bounds, unfortunately. Nope. I believe they're going to call it a touchback, so it was an interception.
The Frederick Bombers are going to take it over at the 20 yard line then. In that case, first and 10. We'll be back on 98 FM KGOK right after this.
And now a message from the Taylor Shoe Company.
Hello. Panther action here, 98 FM KGOK Pauls Valley, and back to pass rush already is going to be the quarterback, Jay McCullough. He's going to get the pass away, and the pass is going to be complete out into the right side that time. And with the football that time is going to be, looks like Jeremy Webb, on the reception in there. Jeremy, a secondary player for the split-in crew for the Frederick Bombers. So they'll have second down now, about 3 yards to go. The ball will be resting at about the 26 or 27-yard line.
I think we'll give Harper and Peters the tackle on that one.
And up underneath center is going to be Jay McCullough. Jay McCullough with the honors of leading the team here tonight. He's going to get to the first man through, and that's going to be Ryan Ben. He loses the football for a second, but gets it back in midair, and he'll be tackled there by a host of Pauls Valley Panthers. In there, the likes of number 23, Craig Ency. Also in there on the play is going to be Matt Taylor, and let's see who gets up last here with their shirt all messed up. That
Panthers able to get to the ball, stack him up, and allow little or no yardage.
Breaking the huddle this time, Jay McCullough for the big Bombers, and they've got split backs once again. McCullough underneath center. Loses the ball. This ball is loose, and coming up with the football, it looks like, well, maybe there's going to be a fight down there. We'll wait till the official call. Don't want to get anybody needlessly excited here.
Unfortunately, it looked like Frederick was pointing their way, but we're going to have to see, and once they all get off each other. Craig Enzy, the last one getting up, but unfortunately he was not the one with the ball.
It'll be fourth down and 8 yards to go for the Bombers after they bend
back to field the snap from center to punt.
Jeff Ellis will be deep for the Pauls Valley Panthers. Ryan Ben gets the foot into it. It's up and away. It'll be plenty long for Ellis to handle in the air. He catches it about the 44-yard line, and it goes to the ground, and to the 45 is where the ball will be down. It is 47 now, 46 and a half, as the officials move the ball up a little bit. That time they gave us some yardage on that one. Brian doing a good job tonight. Had a 34-yard touchdown, and then a little bitty scamper for a touchdown. He's doing all the good tonight for the Bombers. Underneath Sager, and this time in the backfield is Peters, Matt Taylor. And the first man through is going to be Taylor. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards right up the middle the hard way. Across the midfield stripe to the 48, 49-yard line, let's call it, of the Frederick Bombers. So crossover into Frederick territory. 6:14 left to go.
Right up the middle. I think that's what Pauls Valley needs to establish is the running game up the middle.
Sager underneath center, wideouts to the right, wideouts to the left. I-type backfield this time, kind of a modern first man through Matt Taylor. He's going to pick up the first down as he gets across the 45 to the 43-yard line. With the spot, it ought to be right about the 43.5-yard line. We'll let him back it up a little bit. It's going to be awfully close to a 1st and 10 for the Pauls Valley Panthers.
Head ref looks at it. He's still debating on whether or not
and there's the signal.
And he did call it. So,
and another 1st and 10 for the Pauls Valley Panthers. They'll break the huddle as the referee winds the clock. 5:45 left to go first half. 13-0. The Panthers on the move. 1st and 10. Back in the backfield again. It's going to be Sager under center. Split backs this time again. Taylor and Peters. Taylor going to get it through the second time. Matt picks up a couple of yards, but he meets a hard brick wall there as the Bombers has his number after a couple there. They'll bring up about second down and about 8.5, 9 yards to go.
I tell you this.
Well, he's not that big. He's only 6'5", 250. Oh, well. Sager underneath center once again. It's going to be 8 yards to go with second down and 8. Sager will take the snap as he leads the Panthers. He's going to be option left this time. Sager keeps it. He crosses across the 40, but he gets bumped hard right there by number 72. Neil Whitworth is going to put a mark on Cliff Sager that time.
I think it was Kevin Ishman also that wrapped him up on the feet that allowed Sager to be just held up just momentarily, allow for the other Bombers to come in and make a play.
Good defensive play that time. Third down now, 6.5 to go for the Pauls Valley Panthers. The ball is on the 40-yard line of the Frederick Bombers, and they're moving north. Panthers are on the move as Sager breaks the huddle, comes up underneath center, takes the snap. Peters right side, and Peters is going to be hit right there by number 77. He's going to pick up a little bit of yardage as Daniel Lax puts the hat on him. He's going to pick up a few yards. It's going to bring up 4th down, and it's going to be short of the 1st down by a few.
Unfortunately, I think the Bombers have realized what they're going to have to do for some of our runners is get them at the feet, because our guys that you can go, and I think that's what they did on Peters just then.
4th down, about 5 yards to go, 3:35 left to go. The Pauls Valley Panthers break the huddle, and they are not in a punting mode. Looks like they might be going to go for it. The official calls a field timeout there. Now we're back in time. Looks like one of the players had some problems with a chin strap or a mouthpiece or something. Sager underneath center, 4th down, 5 yards, a little bit over 5 yards to go. In the backfield, it's Taylor and Peters, and Sager takes the snap. This time option left, and he's got room. Sager cuts up, and he's across the 35-yard line. That looks like he might be up to the 34. He needed to get to the 34 to have a 1st and 10, and he's going to be awfully close. We'll have a measurement here.
I tell you, that was a good play by Sager there. He broke one tackle, was able to get upfield, squared up, and he just kind of looked like a dove for the 1st down. But we're still waiting on the official measurement. They're going to bring the chains out. I don't think they can eyeball this one. We've had a couple of close ones, but they want to go ahead and make sure on this one. This would be a very crucial play since that was 4th down for the Pauls Valley Panthers. And what we need right now is just to get these fans in it. If this is a 1st down, hopefully we can put this into the end zone with only 3:17 left to play here in this 1st half.
3:17 is the 1st half coming up here at halftime on 98 FM KGOK. We've got the first of a number of Garvin County halftime scoreboards for you as the people back at the studios there at KGOK 10 for the Frederick.
We did come short.
Jay McCullough underneath center. He's going to pitch the right end. Good job defensively by the Pauls Valley Panthers. They're going to have him about 3 yards deeper than he'd like, back behind the line of scrimmage. Great job there, and boy, howdy, we'll just have to name them all on that particular play. Number 73, Randy Shepard in there. Also, who was that? Number 66 was in on that, and that's going to be Ben McCarty. Great defensive job that time, and the defensive end, I didn't get to make the official tackle, but I think he held him up just enough so that the rest of the team could come in and swarm and bring him down. Jay McCullough underneath center, in motion, this time going wide. Ball in the backfield. It's going to be picked up by the Pauls Valley Panthers, and the ball will be down as you can't advance a fumble in high school play. But it is job that time. Eric Pipsey going to pick up the football as it's knocked loose back there that time. Number 49, Casey Peace, in there on the stick. He gets the ball in the air, and great alertness that time. Eric Pipsey. Now, lineman, you don't get to touch the ball very often, in which Pauls Valley was able to recover. Now we're under center. 1st and 10, Pauls Valley Panthers, and under center will be Cliff Sager, the junior quarterback. He'll take the snap with two backs in the backfield this time. Going to drop back pass this time. Oh, not a good choice by the Pauls Valley Panthers. As, number 77 comes through there. Daniel Wax, a 6'5", 225-pound linebacker, and that time not a good choice by the Pauls Valley Panthers as Cliff gets back there kind of naked, I guess you'd have to call it. Got a timeout by the Pauls Valley Panthers. We'll take a quick one, too. You're listening to Pauls Valley Panther football on 98 FM KGOK.
KFC is a proud side dish, like mashed potatoes and gravy, or some of the Colonel's fresh coat.
Nothing, but that is not the official score that the players think that it is. I'll tell you, because we've had hitting on both sides. We've given up a couple of big plays, unfortunately, that allowed Frederick to find the end zone. But here we are, Cliff Sager under center. 2nd down, 15 for the Pauls Valley Panthers, and in the backfield this time, going to be Casey Peace and also back there, Cliff Peters. Looks like the Frederick Bombers may jump outside there unless one of the linemen moved or something. I didn't see it. I just saw the Bombers. So we got launchers flying over there, but it looked like the entire defensive line jumped off sides unless if they were drawing off sides, but only the referee will be able to tell.
Encroachment.
Okay.
On the 25-yard line, once again, Sager underneath center. And let's see here, Sager with the split backs in the backfield. Once again, Peace and Peters back there. Peters is going to get the pitch, quick pitch left. He's got some room on the left side. He's going to get it off the sideline. He's across the goal line. Let's see if the official, he was off the gas to the head. The Pauls Valley Panthers score Cliff Peters, and that is going to be a 25-yard touchdown run for the mighty one, Cliff Peters. We'll be back right after this on 98 FM KGOK. Here, and Ryan is back, and they're about to snap the football. We'll wait and see if he gets it. It's down, it's up. It looks like it's good from here. The official signals it's good. Ryan Pratt takes it through. 7 points for the Pauls Valley Panthers as they pull within 6. 13-7, the Frederick Bombers lead it here with one hand out, goes around the end and scores with the football. That's the kind of play we like to see Cliff Peters getting after it out there. And now the Pauls Valley Panthers get the chance to put it on the 40-yard line, kick it off once again. Doing the honors out there is going to be Matt Taylor. He puts the foot into it, and it's going to be deep and in the end. Ryan Benn has it across the 30 already. 35, still going. He's going to be brought down. Great job that time by number 61, and that is going to be Jason Townsend. Jason doing a great job that time on the special teams and gets a hold of a foot, or maybe as they used to say, old shoestring tackle that time. And that was the runner. Ball sets at the 37-yard line, 1:24 on the clock. And the Frederick Bombers come up underneath center. We'll have Jay McCullough, and back there in the backfield is going to be Ryan Benn. Jay McCullough rolls out to his left and looks for a man downfield. And he's got a man open at the 35-yard line. He catches it and out of bounds right there. And the tackle is going to be made by Cliff Peters. I didn't see the young man who caught the ball over there. I think it's number 84. 84. Yeah, and that's going to be number 84. That is Aaron Heath for the Frederick Bombers. And no, that's Jeremy Webb. That is 86. That's little Jeremy Webb is who that was. Let's give it to the right guy, okay? Okay. First and 10 for the Frederick Bombers. And the ball will be at about the 32-yard line for the Frederick Bombers. Once again, Jay McCullough breaks the huddle and brings his team to the line of scrimmage. And this time we've got a little, we got a little prematurity there. Matt Taylor, he's going to get after it a little over-anxious that time. He's going to cross the line of scrimmage before the snap. And we'll wait and see if he was drawn offsides. The officials will have the call, of course.
Unfortunately, on that last play, it looked like the Pauls Valley Panthers were set up to defend in the secondary properly. The ball was just thrown over the hands of the defensive back and into the hands of Jeremy Webb. Unfortunately, just gets to work at hand.
And the Pauls Valley Panthers are called for encroachment. That's a 5-yard penalty, and that will give the Bombers a chance first and 5 now at about the 25-yard line. And Jay hands off to the first man, Ryan Benn. He goes on a counter, and looks like he may be close to the first down over there and needed to get to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to be awfully close to the first down.
It's going to be hard to call, I tell you. We've tried to make a couple of judgments already on whether or not it's first down, and they are going to go ahead and call it. It was close to the holes, so I think they were able to take a good look at it.
They marked the ball across the 20 there, it looks like. It looks like it might be set at about the 19-yard line that time. Well, they called it on the 20 on the scoreboard, but it looks like it may be across the 20, and all they needed to get was the 20. Again, Jay McCullough under center. Takes a snap, quick look in that time, pass to the split end, and he's going to be down inside the 5, looks like about the 5-yard line.
Flag on the field. Making the tackle on that one is Casey Peace. I tell you, he was able to bulldog him down, but I'm not for sure what the flag was called for.
Looks like Jay McCullough has found a seam for the Pauls Valley Panthers. Only the third pass attempt, I believe, here tonight, and picks up another.
Okay, it looks like the penalty is going to go against the Panthers. It's going to be a face mask, as we have a couple of young guys coming out. We have Greg Peace and Jason Townsend coming off.
Down goal to goal at about the I think the 3-yard line. Maybe inside the 3-yard line. Looks like. Jay McCullough takes a snap, hands off the second man through Ryan Benn. He is going to be close on the right side. Great job that time by Taylor. Matt comes up there and puts the hat on him, and looks like it saves the touchdown.
Looks like Sager was in that play also. He had him around the waist.
Timeout on the here for the first half. Anyway,
okay, looks like Frederick's coming under the center. Jay's got the ball.
He's going to hand off to the second man through Ryan Benn. It looks like the Pauls Valley Panthers may have held him once again. Chris Peters in there on the hit, and we'll wait and see. I don't see a touch. Did that?
I don't believe they made it. I don't believe they made it. It looked like
it has to be a hair away from the end zone. We're going to break the huddle quickly here this time. McCullough not going to waste any time. Going to catch him off sides there. Nope. It's going to be handed again to Ben, and he's going to be stopped in. The Pauls Valley Panthers hold. And close down. The play straight and takes him low. We're able to get Jeff Ellis in there also, and also looks like Cliff Peters is just going crazy. He's trying to get this crowd up on their feet. They are roaring. We have 4th and inches with just 7 seconds left to play right before the end of the half. I tell you, this is the time that it is the gut check for the Pauls Valley Panthers. We got inches to go. Frederick is knocking on the door, 7 seconds left to play. It's anybody's game at this point. 4th down, that backs him up. It's now not 4th down or 3rd down and a hair. It's 4th down and inches now. So, of course, the Frederick Bombers have one more chance to stick it in the end zone here, but the Pauls Valley Panthers, as Travis alluded to, are very excited, enthusiasm running amok out on the field here, and they need to hold them right here. I'm not for sure what first half again with the Pauls Valley Panthers, down 13-7, and that is up on their feet. I tell you, this is excitement. This is what high school football is all about, ladies and gentlemen. They held the Frederick Bombers 3 plays in a row inside the 5. Here's the last one. Oh, back in the backfield. Oh, the ball is incomplete. Great job that time. Number 70 in the backfield. That time, Eric Tipsy is doing a great job in there defensively. He's got McCullough around the shoulders. McCullough still throws the football, and we are out of time at halftime. The Pauls Valley Panthers go 5-6. We'll be back right after this. Set the numbers for you with Mr. Taylor.
To tell you all about the great...
Park at Thompson Field out here. Football mania going on. The Pauls Valley Panthers 1993 already proving to be a little bit hotter football team than Pauls Valley Panthers 1992 as they're looking pretty tough here against the pair. He's a dangerous kind of guy. Donald Lax back there also. Donald Lax is a 5'9", 170-pound senior. He plays defensive back and returns the kicks also for the Frederick Bombers. And, of course, doing the honors is going to be Matt Taylor. Big Matt Taylor is going to be kicking off for the Pauls Valley Panthers. Of course, they'll line the football up at the 40-yard line, and he'll kick from there. Again, 13-7 the score. The Frederick Bombers lead it here going into the second half. This ought to be a great half of football right here as the Pauls Valley Panthers, Matt Taylor, lines the football up on the tee. He kind of looks at it there, and now he's going to step away from it and get ready to put the foot on it. Back deep once again, we've got Ryan Ben, and also back there is Donald Lax for the Frederick Bombers. They'll be returning, and now the official finally gives him the signal. Matt's going to lock up there back here waiting for the signal. Here he goes, flips into the football. It's up, and a good kick by Matt Taylor. Going to take it at the 10-yard line is going to be number 7, Donald Lax. He goes from the left side all the way to the right side, runs about 40 yards there. Now he gets up across the 30, and he's going to be stopped right there at about the 31-yard line, 32-yard line. Good defensive job that time for the specialty teams, and that's going to be about a 20-yard run back. Thank you, David Taylor.
It was about a 20-yard run back, but he did about almost close to 30 yards across the way they can lead the blocking, and then try to get back into that wedge.
Not much of a wedge there as Pauls Valley puts a stop on him, and coming up, Jay McCullough underneath center. This time split back. He's back to pass. He's got a man in the flats. It's in and out of the hands that time of Thomas Gayton with
Jeff Ellis on the defensive play.
There you go. Good job, Jeff, that time for the defensive effort. That'll bring up second down to 10 for the Frederick Call.
The Pauls Valley Panthers, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to hurry the quarterback to get the throw off.
McCullough underneath center once again, split back. This time first man through on the left side, and that first man through is going to be Kevin Isham that time, and or Kevin Isham, I guess is the way you say that. And let me back up here. That's Chad Floyd. Excuse me. Chad Floyd's going to be darting in there for a couple of yards, about 4 yards on the carry. Going to bring about third down and about 6 to go. Looks like for the Frederick Bombers.
We'll credit that defensive play to Craig Kinsey. It looked like he had him by the leg, so he wasn't able to get very many yards from it.
McCullough underneath center once again takes the snap, hands off, fakes for the first man through, follows him through, fumbles the football, but picking it up out there, he actually tries to pitch it and pitches it off the ground, bounce pass, outside it'll go, and up on the stop that time is going to be Mr. Sager. I promised I'd call him that tonight. So it's Mr. Sager. There you go. Good job defensively that time after the fumble, but it's still going to be a 1st and 10 as they do get up across the 40-yard line to about the 40-yard line and a half, I guess.
I think the fumble allowed them to get that extra yardage that they need to get the first down.
Fumble it forward, they always say. Underneath McCullough, he takes it, looks like a rollout pass to the left. He has his man out there in the open, and catching the ball this time is going to be Thomas Gayton, and he's going to get up around
on the field.
And there's going to be flags all over the field.
I tell you, that was a really good play there. After he caught it, he spun around. Jeff Ellis was not able to make the tackle, but he spun around just into the defensive, we'll call it the defensive nest right there, because all the defensive guys were coming over. They saw the pass play develop. They saw the pass. They came over to aid Jeff, give him some assistance. Unfortunately, the flags were thrown. And what was the call on that?
It's going to be about a 15-yard penalty for face masking.
Face masking.
Is that the call? Face masking, that'll give them the 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of the Falls Valley Panthers. So the Frederick Bombers come out smelling like a rose on that one. And as they were just a little short of the 1st down on the play. Jay McCullough brings his team up, split backs once again. Now with the snap, he's going to be running the option. What's the pitch? Good job that time. Number 23, Craig Incy, coming in there from his defensive end position and putting the hat on Jay McCullough before he could even get the option started. So that's going to...
As McCullough was going down, he tried to pitch it, but as you saw, Ron Pratt was able to cover up the pitch man.
McCullough with the snap once again, back rolled out to the right, this time looking for a man deep, and he's hard. And the ball is almost intercepted. Good job that time defensively by Eric Pipke as he puts the helmet on him as he throws the football. KCP puts the helmet on the guy catching the ball, so the Falls Valley Panthers hold them out there.
I'll tell you, even some room down the sideline to start with the ball.
3rd down 9 now for the Frederick Bombers. They still got the ball about the 35-yard line. Jay McCullough underneath center takes the snap, pitches out to the line. Back the halfback pass for Ryan Grove. Nowhere to run. Ryan Ben will be brought down about the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down and 9. The Falls Valley Panthers have held them, and good job. It's going to drop him for a loss, a little bit of a loss as they spot the ball here at about the 35, just short of the 35-yard line.
Had nowhere to throw the ball, so he had to eat it.
All right, they're going to go for it. 4th down 9, and it's going to be Jay McCullough and all by himself Ryan Ben back there. McCullough back to pass once again. He's got a man open. Finds him at the 10-yard line at the 5, and he's brought down, but a touchdown as he crosses the line. That time, number 28 is going to be Thomas Gayton. He's going to score. Good defensive job back there after the play. Anyway, Jeff Ellis comes up and makes the tackle, but that time all alone was Gayton behind the Falls Valley defensive secondary, and Jay McCullough just floats it into him. Touchdown, Falls Valley. Touchdown, Frederick, that is, 19-7 at 9:04 left to go, 3rd quarter.
Unfortunately, now as we come up under center, we're going to go for 2 for the 2-point conversion instead of the PAT. It is on the right side of the play. Couldn't see really who had it. And Falls Valley does hold. They hold.
And the Panthers hold right there. That keeps the score 19-7. And we've got a chance to take a little break here. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this on 98. Here, Ryan Ben going to be doing the honors for the guys from the Bombers, that is. Couldn't think of that, from Frederick. And they'll be kicking off. And deep for the Falls Valley Panthers this time, going to be Rocky Harper. And it looks like Rocky has the ball about the 2-yard line. And, yeah, it's going to be steps into the end zone, and the officials take a little time because that's a new rule. When you step into the end zone any time now on the kickoff, it's a touchback, 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Falls Valley Panthers.
I tell you, Ben really got a foot on that one. He drove it. That is probably a good play because that can usually save some of the players sometimes because they're just not alert.
Traeger underneath center for the Falls Valley Panthers, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Cliff Peters changes field directions, and he's going to be still brought down about the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a yard there on that one. There's just nowhere to run for Cliff Peters. The big man on the tackle that time.
It looked like Baker was on the tackle. If he wasn't the man that caused it, he was the man that helped and assisted. I tell you, he had nowhere to run as the contained people were right there in front of his face, and they came in and swallowed him up.
Underneath center, it's Sager. Baker goes off the field after that tackle. Rocky Harper going to miscue there and knock the ball out of Sager's hand. I don't know if it was supposed to be a handoff or what, but it's going to be recovered by the Frederick Bombers. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line now. And
that they experienced during the week that allowed them to stay out on the field in order and endure and last the entire 4 quarters of the ballgame.
19-7 with 8:11 left to go in the third quarter. The Frederick Bombers lead it. They've got a good field position, first and 10 at the 20. Now Ryan Ben on the outside, and he'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage that time.
I tell you, it was a good play by the defensive end, Craig Enzi. He took the quarterback, forced him to pitch, and it also made Ben cut to the outside. We had a couple of defensive players swarm to the tackle, but I think we're going to give Ryan Pratt the tackle on that one. Right now we have a timeout on the field. It looks like we might have a player that maybe just...
But leg cramp or something got up and ran off on his own power. Lots of cheers coming from both sides, and now we're back to football here. Jay McCullough breaks the huddle, brings his line up to scrimmage, takes the snap, back to pass, and he's got a man, but no, good job back there. Cliff Peters puts the hat on him, in and out of the hands of Rocky Harper, and now they're going to call a late hit. It's a little bit of a late call for a late hit, but
well, we had some flags on the field even before they, I believe, made the call.
Back in the backfield here, we've got a couple of yellow things on the ground, and then down there after that, a few yellow things, so there's no telling what the call is going to be here. It may be one of those magical... everybody does something wrong and we'll just start over play.
I tell you, the Panthers are really upset about this. I'm not for sure what the call is going to be from the ref, but it looks like the Bombers have backed up a little bit. I don't know if they're just trying to give the referee plenty of room. It does look like it's a personal foul.
Offsetting penalties, once again, as I said earlier, you know, it's one of those magical, well, we'll just start this play over. It's 2nd down 11 again. As the officials come over and have the Pauls Valley coaching staff back up a little bit. They're out there on the field a little excited. So, anyway,
I think they were upset on that last call. I don't think that they believe that Peters came in and gave a late hit as he did, whereas the officials thought.
Jay McCullough underneath center takes the snap. He hands it off to the first man through. This time is going to be number 21, and that is going to be Kevin Isham. And Kevin dances around there and picks up a few yards for the Frederick Bombers. Pretty good gain that time. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain that time.
Well, Pauls Valley really needs to try and keep their composure. They're only down by 12 points, but right here it is critical with Frederick marching down.
Jay McCullough underneath center takes the snap, pitches out right this time. Once again, it's going to go to Isham. Isham around the right corner. This time going to pick up a few yards. And actually 4th down and less than 1. It's about to go. As they break the huddle, Jay McCullough underneath center, lone back in the backfield. Jay's going to sneak it this time. Oh, he's going to get some running room. As he does pick up a couple of yards. And there's a long ball with Peters. In front of the Pauls Valley bench. He is going, and he is brought down about the 45-yard line. There's Cliff Peters with the fumble recovery, bringing it down to the Pauls Valley 45-yard line right in front of the bench. This has the crowd up on their feet, ladies and gentlemen. Heads-up play there again by Cliff Peters. He was able to see the ball on the ground. He saw the direction of the end zone. He only had one guy to beat. Unfortunately, the guy caught up with him, was able to, I believe, get him out of bounds right before he came into open field. That was a 31-yard return for Cliff Peters on the play, and that'll give the Panthers the 1st and 10, and the ball will be at about the 43-yard line. Up with the team already, Sager, he's ready to go. Cliff is already up there now. The referee will wind the clock and allow Sager to get going in motion, or actually resetting as Adam Cole out to the left at the flanker position now. Sager with the ball, pitches back to Rocky Harper. Rocky Harper is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage out there on the left side. Good defensive play that time by the Bombers from Frederick. Now they're going to have to pull some players away. They're talking a little bit out there. 2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Pauls Valley Panthers. The ball at about the 44-yard line, so about 1 yard for Rocky on that one.
Turnover, and you know, sometimes tempers some flair, and it's good that the refs were able to step in and nip it in the bud.
I said this time, now going to split out is Matt Taylor behind the Sager. Sager underneath center now takes the snap, and he's back to pass. Rocky Harper out of the backfield. Now Sager goes left, and he's going to pick up a few yardage that time. Good call that time, Chris Sager, as he can't find anybody to throw to, and goes off the left side and gets up close to the midfield side before he's brought down. That'll bring up about 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for the Pauls Valley Panthers.
He was flushed out of the pocket. He was able to go down to the left sideline, and he picked up about 6 yards on the play.
Sager underneath center. Split backs in the backfield now. It's going to be Peters back there, and Matt Taylor, he's going to get the call. Taylor goes around the right side, and just not quick enough to get outside that time out inside the Frederick Bombers. He's going to be brought down just about the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down and 4 for the Pauls Valley Panthers. Pauls Valley seems like they just get a little bit of momentum going, and then something like that happens, and the Frederick Bombers kind of quell them.
Stacked up and brought down by a host of the Bombers. Right now, I think the Bombers are in their punt return formation, but the Panthers come out and they line up in a spread formation. One back. Sager underneath center, pro set. This time he's off the left side. He's going to pick up the first down. Good job. Second effort, Chris Sager goes off the left side, and he's going to cross the 44-yard line, and that is, or the 47-yard line, that is, and that's where they needed to get to. And this will surely this will be a 1st and 10. Timeout officials, and if they can't see that, I'll call it for them. It's pretty obvious from up here. But we're going to bring the chains out. My gosh, we're going to see what happens here. But I tell you, that was a good heads-up play by Sager. I think that was a called draw. David Taylor says they've got it by 2 feet. They're sure 2 feet, or they've got it by 2 feet. Okay, they've got it. Oh, surely it's a 1st and 10. I mean, if... But it was a good second and third. They've got it by a good 2 feet. David Taylor called. Just like he said, they've got it by 2 feet. 1st and 10 for the Pauls Valley Panthers at the there earlier. I tell you, Eagle Eye Taylor, it's good to have him up here doing the stats for us and helping us with some of these calls that we have. We're going to get him one of those striped shirts. We need to get him down on the field. Underneath center, it's Sager. This time he's going to pitch to Peters, right side. Chris got a little running room. Puts the dance on one guy, gets around hill across the 40-yard line, down to about the 36-yard line. Chris Peters out of bounds on the near side here, right against the Pauls Valley players and the bench there. Good job that time. Cliff Peters is going to be about 7.5, 8-yard carry for Cliff on that one, and a little bit more yardage on that drive. Good job, Cliff Peters that time. Sager brings him back up. Now he's going to pitch. He's going to get a handoff. That is. We got whistles blown. Okay. No flag on the field yet. It's going to be offside somebody probably. Either that or equipment. All the officials are pointing at everybody. Kind of strange. I guess we're not going to have a penalty. We didn't have a flag on the field. But it looks like they might be marking it off. I'm not really for sure what it is. It's some kind of alignment problem or something, either with the football or with the Pauls Valley Panthers. Now that's what it is. It looks like they've had a misalignment or something like that when they set the ball. Okay. I believe that you're exactly right. They had the ball set just a little bit back. They're going to reset it, and Pauls Valley's going to come to huddle with a new play. Sager calls the play. Line comes up to the line of scrimmage. That's the old Pauls Valley. Let's move it up a few yards still right there. Second down about 2. Sager underneath center. Quick pitch left this time to Peters, and in the backfield to meet him is going to be number 20. Good defensive job that time, Chad Floyd, and he put Peters on the grass, and that's going to be about, let's see here, about a 3-yard loss for the Pauls Valley. 3-yard loss for Pauls Valley. It's going to bring up 3rd down 5. Yards just had nowhere to go. He was hit just moments after he got the ball. Sager under center. Sager with the football. He's back at the half, at the mark line. Now to Rocky Harper. Rocky gets it. He's going to have a 1st down as he's tackled with a little screen pass there up the middle. Good job that time. Rocky went up in the air. Rocky Harper got up in the air and caught the football, and it was a pretty good jump there for Rocky. Well, I tell you, it was a pretty good jump also for Sager. He had about 3 guys coming after him. All of them were over 6'2", just rushing him. And Rocky just right there in the middle for the fullback screen, right up the middle. He was able to get the 1st down. The Panthers are moving the ball with 3:24 left to play. It's 19-7 Frederick over Pauls Valley. Sager now 1 for 4 tonight. With about, looks like about 8 yards there. 7 yards, I guess, is what it would be. Sager underneath center. Quarterback draw. Oh, he's busted in there. Looked like he might have lost the ball just for a second, but I think he returned right back on it. Looking on the sidelines, it looks like Rocky Harper is just kind of trying to walk off maybe a twisted ankle or something. I'm really well. Daniel Lax doing a good job that time defensively for the Frederick Bombers. Sager under center. Lone back
back in the backfield this time. Matt Taylor in motion out from the right side to the inside. Quarterback draws out to the right. At this time, Sager looking for somebody downfield. Finds somebody to throw to. It's out of bounds and off the hands of Chris Peters at about the 20-yard line. And that time they had a pretty good shot at the completion. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Pauls Valley Panthers.
I tell you, this defense for the Bombers has just been incredible. The secondary has just covered up any receivers that Sager has had to throw. He's been rushed out of the pocket. He's had to make throws early. Unfortunately, he has a couple of interceptions, which is due to the force of the defensive line coming through, putting pressure on him. And one of the interceptions was...
All right, the Pauls Valley Panthers break the huddle. Cliff Sager underneath center this time. Again, Cliff Peters alone back in the backfield. Triples out to the right this time. They include Matt Taylor. Also out there is going to be number 80, that's Adam Cole, and back to pass will be the quarterback Sager, and he finds Matt Taylor on the left side about the line of scrimmage, and will be brought down right there by the Frederick Bulldogs, and once again the Pauls Valley Panthers are stopped before they get back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down 10, and the ball will be marked at about, let's see here, about the 34-yard line is where they're going to spot the football now, and that will bring up 4th down, and a little less than 9, the Pauls Valley Panthers are in Bomber territory. 4th down and 10, and they're going to go for it.
We have a call out, we have a timeout called on the Pauls Valley Panthers.
Timeout called. We'll take one, too. You're listening to Pauls Valley Panther football on 98 FM K-Field. They're going to line up in a broken type I. Multiple offenses is what Coach Tokenau calls this. In other words, he runs just whatever he thinks the defense needs. Sager underneath center takes the snap. He's back to pass this time, and looking in the middle, and he finds a man, but it has a white jersey on. Number 21 is going to be the interceptor, Kevin Isham, and he'll return the football back to about the 40-yard line, looks like 47-yard line, no, 42-yard line, excuse me, and we'll wait for the officials to mark it. They look like they're standing on a 41 now, so we'll call it 41. 1st and 10 for the Frederick Bombers after the turnover for the Pauls Valley Panthers. I believe that's the 2nd interception here tonight. It's the 3rd interception, as I probably everything. David Taylor, statistician extraordinaire. And again, Isham doing the intercepting. That was a screenplay setup, and Isham was just in the right place a little bit. The ball floated just a little bit
by Humphrey Realty. We just wanted to get that in, and thank you to Humphrey Realty for providing the game ball. Now, McCullough is coming up under center. We are back in action here at Thompson Field. Hand off to Ben. Ben breaks a couple of tackles. He's going up the middle. There's a loose ball. Pauls Valley had it just for a minute, but then it looks like it got back into the Bombers' hands. We're going to have to find out.
In and out of Cliff Sager's hands that time, and the Bombers, you're absolutely right, are going to control. And that's going to be an easy way for them to make a 1st and 10 as it crosses the 45 up to about the 44-yard line. Now they're in Panther territory, and good fumble that time. Good fumble forward. That way you can recover it with yardage. Jay McCullough will bring his line up the line there, and Jay McCullough will set the football for him in play. Quick pass outside on the right side this time, and it's going to go to Thomas Gates back in the football game. He's going to pick up about 7 yards on the right side over by the Frederick Bomber bench, and going to give him about, about 8 yards. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd down and about 2.5 or so. So 7.5 yards that time for Gates. For the
hit made by Gates, he was able to elude one defender, but like I said, this Pauls Valley defense, they swarm quickly. They might not be big, but they're able to get there, get to the ball, and swarm it quickly and make a play.
McCullough takes the snap, hands off up the center. It's a wide open field, and now the fumble. The fumble is going to give it to the Pauls Valley Panthers, as that time number 21 goes up the middle, Kevin Isham, and he's taken away a couple of footballs tonight, so he owes us one there. Kevin tossed it up, and good open hole that time. Just couldn't.
Frederick Bombers, we have 7, 4, 3, 2 seconds left. I don't think they're going to be able to get this play off before the end of the 3rd quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. We have a score of 19-7 in favor of this.
Okay, so you decided to buy...
As they did turn the ball over on the fumble from Isham, And Sager underneath center already. Boy, they're ready. Split back to the backfield. That's Peters. Matt Taylor back there. Wide out to the left and right. First man through, it's going to be Taylor. And he's going to pick up a few yards as he crosses up across the 30-yard line. Just a little across the 30-yard line there. So giving 3 yards on the carry. Second down 7 for the Falls Valley Panthers.
Taylor was able to take it up the middle. The line was able to move the defensive line and get him a couple of yards.
Sager underneath center, split back to the backfield once again. Taylor and Peters behind Sager. Takes the snap, he's going to give it off to Taylor once again up the middle, the first man through. And Matt Taylor is going to pick up another few yards, so he'll get up to about the 34-yard line before he's brought down there by big number 72. And that's Neil Whitworth doing a pretty good job, right? 6'4", 215-pound playing a fullback. He's a senior this year. Line up in the I-set this time, and as they normally do, they'll break out into a split. Matt Taylor, Peters behind Sager. Sager underneath center, making the cross. Now he hands off once again to Taylor up the middle. This time, no go, and as Matt is going to be stopped, he may cross the 35-yard line this time, just inches across the 35-yard line. Needed to get to about the 36-yard line for the first, and he's going to be just a little bit shy. It'll be quick. Panthers break the huddle. Fourth down and 1 for the Panthers. Sager underneath. This time again, split back, wide out to the right, wide out to the left. Sager, long snap count. He's going to take it on his own. He's going to cross the 40-yard line. Good job, Chris Sager in there as he's going to pick up the first and 10. And Chris, mighty good job on the right side there. Just takes the pass and go and gets the first and 10 for the Falls Valley Panthers at the 39, at the 41, excuse me.
I tell you, with Cliff Sager, pick up the first down, move the chain, and that is what Falls Valley needs.
Cliff Sager underneath center. Cliff doesn't know he's that size. He thinks he's 6'4" and weighs 250, so that's all that matters. Oh, going to be tripped up in the backfield that time. Sager, as he goes out to the opposite of the left side. Big number 85 doing a good job there defensively, and that's going to be Cliff Ballard doing a stop on Cliff Sager. Just stopped him a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. Again, just get the hand on his leg, and not a whole lot you can do about that, Clifford.
Okay, Sager's going to bring him back out. We do have about 11 yards, but Sager, we need to just be able to produce some yards on this drive right here. That way we can get the momentum going.
Sager takes the snap, pitches to Peters right side this time. Peters finds a hole, and he's going to have about 4 yards there. Gets up inside of it. Good eyes that time, Chris Peters, as he goes outside and just cuts back in. And after he finds the hole that the offensive line leaves for him there, that'll bring up third down.
The yardage bit by bit, but fortunately they're able to keep the drive alive, and that's what Falls Valley needs right now. They're down by 12 points, which is really nothing with 2 minutes to go left in this game.
Sager back to pass. He throws out the flat. It's going to be to Ellis, but it's going to be off and a little bit short that time as Ellis is having to come back for it. So we'll call it incomplete if it hits the ground.
He's able to do much in the air this game. Like I said, the Bombers have just been able to cover the receivers. They've been rushing the quarterback. Sager hasn't had much to do. Here we go, fourth down situation punting.
Back to front for the Panthers, of course, is going to be number 11. That's Ryan Pratt. He gets the short one off, and fielding it, fair catch this time, is going to be number 82, and that's going to be Todd Mattoon. And he'll catch the ball at about the 33-yard line. So that'll give a first and 10 to the Frederick Bombers at the 33-yard line with 8:32 left to go. Everybody at home pray for the football, the Pop Blues. I don't know if you can do that or not. They break the huddle, and Jay McCullough brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Jay McCullough takes the snap, going to hand off the first man through. Great job that time. Matt Taylor bumped him right in the mouth, right at the 35-yard line. So great job that time. Matt Taylor, senior linebacker, puts the stop on the Frederick Bombers. Almost a 1-yard gain on the play. Second down, 9 to go.
Able to keep the momentum going, and which gave him about 2 yards on the play. So here we go, second down and 8.
Jim McCullough up underneath center once again. Split backs, they're really close, about 2 yards deep is all, so you know they're going to pass, and he runs out to the left, a little flea flicker kind of pass out there as it's just a little shorty to the line of scrimmage, and behind the line of scrimmage, he'll be brought down. Didn't see who the defensive player was there. Did you, Travis?
I believe that was Pete. I believe that was Ellis, I believe.
Okay.
Coming up.
Well, Craig Yancey, maybe. Craig Yancey.
I think Falls Valley needs at this point if they are going to be able to stay in this ballgame.
Third down, 9 yards to go for the Frederick Bombers. 7:10 left to go in the game, 19-7. Jay McCullough back to pass this time. Heavy rush by Matt Taylor. They're going to hit him right back there at about the 20-yard line. And great job, Matt Taylor. Who else is in there? That's looks like Pete back there, number 49. This number 70 is back there. That's Eric Bipke. Who else is back there? Boy, howdy, the Falls Valley Panthers had a party back in the backfield, and the brunt of the party happened to Jay McCullough as he was just hit right in the head back there about the, let's see, that's a 24-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down and about 20 yards to go, 25 yards to go for the 1st and 10. Great job, so back to punt. Here we are. Ryan Ben is going to get his chance, and Ryan Ben will punt away. It'll be handled on the other end. Back deep, Jeff Ellis with the return. Jeff is going to let it hit at about the 35, 45-yard line. It'll roll down to about the 36-yard line, and they'll fix the ball dead for the Frederick Bombers at the 36-yard line. The Falls Valley Panthers have a 1st and 10 with 6-7. Back to action here as the Falls Valley Panthers had a 1st and 10. And, man, what had happening there when we were off? It's going to be a fumble, and the ball is going to belong to the Frederick Bombers at about the 41-yard line, is what we're going to have to call it. That time, Sager goes up, and he's got some stress, the fundamentals of the game, holding on to the ball, trying to complete the pass. Anytime you have the ball within your hands, you need to hang on to the ball. I think that's probably what he's going to stress is practice this week. Jay McCullough brings his squad up to the line of scrimmage. Underneath center, Jay, lone man in the backfield. This time he's going to get the pitch to Dysham. He's going to be swarmed by the Falls Valley Panthers back there at about the 45-yard line. In there is going to be number 61. That's going to be Jason Townsend, and also in there, good job defensively, 66, Jim McCarty, and boy, howdy, they're doing a good job tonight as they get also got in there, and he was able to force the running back to come back inside right into the hands of Townsend and McCarty. Eric Tipke playing a great football game tonight, doing some great things on defense. Now Taylor chases McCullough out of the pocket. He goes on the right side. He's going to be stopped before he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, just short of the 40-yard line. Sager was there to make the tackle. In addition, with big number 3rd down and 10, 4:22 left to go, 19-7. The Frederick Bombers lead it here at Wacker Park at Thompson Field. Jay McCullough for the Bombers underneath center, takes a snap, back to pass. Now in on him, good job that time. Jim McCarty is about one tackle away from being the player of the game. Doing a great job that time, first man through there. Also in there, got to give a little bit of credit now to Eric Tipke, and maybe they'll just tie for this player of the game thing. We're going to do it a little bit, but good defensive effort right here by the Falls Valley Panthers. You can't say anything about their hard that play like he was 6'5" at 250, just coming up and swallowing the quarterback in the backfield for about a loss of 8 on the play. Back to front is going to be Ryan Ben for the Bombers, and he's going to get it away. It'll be off the toe, and Jeff Ellis may not have a chance to run this one back as it's way across the field. Kind of a shank front, really, but it rolls down to about the 20-yard line, so a pretty good front away for Ryan Ben. Ryan Ben can mess up and really do pretty good, Kenny. He's averaging somewhere around 33 yards, 34 yards a punt, and fronted the ball about 6 times to the field. But the punt taker's going to bring off in. 1st and 10 after 22, you're absolutely right. Cliff Sager underneath center takes the ball, pitches back to Cliff Peters, and Peters cuts up inside. That time looked like he had a little bit of running room outside there, cut back up and challenged the big boy, and sometimes you don't want to do that. Daniel Lax is 6'1", he weighs 225, and brought Clifford down pretty easily there. 2nd down, 10 to go. But they do a juke move, but that run off, pulled it off. And don't think that we haven't noticed Carlos Baker here tonight, folks, because he has been in on a lot of tackles. The snap is loose. The snap is mishandled. It's going to be a fumble. Turnover for the Falls Valley Panthers once again. And this time, boy, howdy, what great field position about the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. The visiting Frederick Bombers going to have the 1st and 10 with the line of scrimmage, and now he takes a snap option on the right side. Ryan Ben down the pass into the end zone. It's going to be, let's see, it's going to be out of bounds and no good in the end zone. The man was open down there, but didn't get his feet in bounds at the right side of the end zone line, so
He caught about a yard outside, it looked like.
great job that time by Ryan Ben. I'm telling you, Ryan Ben is an impressive young man.
And he's been able to do it all. He's been able to run, he's been able to throw.
Let's see if we can catch one of these footballs here. The Falls Valley cheerleaders throwing footballs. Oh, that one almost came in the window. Hit us up there. There you go.
I tell you, some of these girls have some pretty good arms down here. But right now, down on the field, I think what's taking the toll of the Falls Valley Panthers is being the playing time of the starters. They've been on the field both ways. We have 8 guys that go both ways. McCullough under center.
McCullough takes a snap, hands off the first man through. Great job there. 61 hits him in the face. That's going to be Jason Townsend, a prime 160-pound junior. Good job, Jason, as he meets him in the backfield, gets the lone tackle there, and going to pick up, no yardage that time. It's third down 9, going to lose about a yard.
I'm very tired at this point.
I want one of those little footballs. It's underneath center, once again, is going to be the quarterback, Joe McCullough, and he's going to just kind of hand off to the first man through. He's going to John around there and get a little bit of yardage out of it, so they're still going to bring up fourth down and about 5 yards to go for the Frederick Bulldogs. Frederick kind of balling. Yeah, right, good dog.
Well, they are just kind of bulling their way down the field. They're just eating up the clock. I think the coaches know what they're doing. There's a minute 15 left on the scoreboard. And we've got about a 4th down and 5 situation coming up, and they're just going to run the clock down, I believe. McCullough's going to bring them up into the center. The defense is trying to get organized.
I think this time with wide out both sides. Timeout looks like official timeout.
It is an official timeout, yes. Radio timeout.
That's the radio timeout. Okay, we didn't even know we had one. We'll be back right after this. 98 FM, KCOK.
If you've got kids and extra...
We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back right at this. 51 seconds left to go in the game. 25-7 now. The Frederick Bombers lead it right here. Again, Thomas Gayton scored on a, what yardage run was that?
I believe that was a 15-yard run.
15-yard run.
With a good PAT.
With 51 seconds left to go in the game. And that makes it 25-7, and now 26-7 as the point after attempt was good from Ryan Benswood.
Right now we're set up to receive the kickoff. Frederick Bombers, they come out into their formation kickoff. We have Ben ready to receive the signal from the officials. Hand is in the air.
Doing the job for Frederick is going to be Ryan Ben back, and back deep is Peters and Ellen back there also. So we'll see what happens with that. Now the kick, finally Ryan Ben's going to get a foot into it. Going to have an offsides call there, and that'll call it back, and they'll kick it again a little bit deeper this time.
That kick came down about the 15-yard line, so it was going to be a much shorter kick than what Ben has been doing all night. We've seen him boot it to the end zone a time or two, and
the football game. Finally, 51 seconds left to go with the 26-7 score. The Frederick Bombers kicking off after they score the touchdown. Ryan Ben gets a foot into it. Peters is going to pick it up at about the 25-yard line. He's going to get up across the 40 now to about the 41-yard line before he's brought down there and tackle being made by number 51, that's Clay Johnson, for the Frederick Bombers. And the tackle about, again, the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Pauls Valley Panthers.
Fortunately, that kid, Pauls Valley, is hopefully going to try and make an impressive drive down the field and maybe put some points on the board.
1st and 10, 46-yard line. Snap the ball to Sager. He's back pass. He's got a man open at about the 45, but a little bit short that time, and a little short for young Adam Cole there to handle. 6'2", 175-pound sophomore for the Pauls Valley Panthers. Going to break out there. 2nd down, 10 to go. And underneath center, once again, Sager in motion this time. Adam Cole from right to left. He'll set up at the flanker position on the left side. In the backfield, Matt Taylor will block for Cliff Peters as he gets the pass, the pitch back, and he's going to get up close to the 44-yard line before he's brought down there by number 11. That's going to be Greg Hilburn for the Frederick Bombers.
I tell you, I think they're probably just going to let the clock run down on this one. We got about 9 seconds left, but I tell you, the Pauls Valley Panthers have put up a good contest. At this point, we got 2-1. And that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We had about 600 people out to see the Panthers play their hearts out tonight, but unfortunately they came short 26-10 against the Frederick Bombers.
Well, again, the score 26-7 at the end of the game. The Pauls Valley Panthers drop one here, the first game of the season. But not to get your head down, they'll have plenty more opportunities this year. Coming up, we'll take a look at this right after this on 98 FM, KGOK.
KFC is a proud sponsor of the Pauls Valley Panthers.